It's time to get serious. Welcome, 5 p.m. Wednesday afternoon. We must be serious sometimes because we welcome a new member to the Who Wants to See What Mr. Tackpans is going to do next. Who actually shows up, becomes a member, say I want in, but then turns around and writes me all kinds of stuff that I couldn't even understand. The word idiot. For me, the word idiot is an ID code. 9 and 4, that's where it all begins. 9 times 4, 9 plus 4 is 36 and 13, or 31. And 63 is 97. 9 times 7 is 63 again. So if you repeated yourself, but how serious can we get? Well, let me tell you one thing. First, you have to separate from the two worlds whether you like it or not. Will it be the red pill or the blue pill? Well, for me, black and blue is the same thing. Red always sticks to Christmas green, so I'll take the green pill in correction to the colors. Because sometimes they may give you the clue, but it's in code. So here we go. Oh, Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane, you're never the same. Every day when I meet you, it's something always new. Did I say we were getting serious? I was sort of kidding. But wait a second. Am I allowed to say this? Since your name does show up, can I say Shelley? Shelley B. Her last name is 72. Shell, Service Heaven, Shell Canada. How many seashells can we sell by the seashore? So now Shelley is here asking me how many cats. Because it's a weird question. Because if I'm 2 and the cat has 9 lives, does that mean I have 2 parts of who I am split because of the 9 lives of the cat, which makes me have 18? Then the ones running around my apartment, my cats? Do I own them? Apparently not. Apparently, if someone comes here and says my cats are turning and making a mess, they'll come and remove the cats. Therefore, I wouldn't own them at all. And if I owned them, nobody's allowed to have personal belongings according to the law. They're yours. Your survival kit is your personal belongings. At what skin? In what sign? What is the question? Is it the kinfolks from Beverly Hills? At what sign is in? Are there new signs coming? Because it's first come, first see, whatever I first think after I make the differentiation between what is written and what I prefer to look at as one letter at a time. And each letter has its own design. So this says 3 at 3 kinds. 3 kinds. 3 of a kind? Or you are kind? What do they call it? What is the name of that? The pathogen science? Growing fungus in the brain? PCGN. Okay. In which way do you want to look at this? Because I have to learn this. Since some of my videos aren't going down, I'll have to now rewrite new stuff in my books. Therefore, because it hasn't existed before, it'll be on most of my pages. That's what I write. I might write fish over here, and in 2 pages I'll write the blackfish, and in 3 pages later I might write all about the fish, joining all these sections. So if somebody goes into a section, they'll be seeing duplications of stuff that really need to be done that was on my mind. P16, the one spirit light that creates the spirit of 76. Is it the light that gives life that we automatically say the 76 is good, as the 67 is the water that flows, that gives the reflection within it? The light and energy within our water that flows wherever our water flows, whether it's in the blood, whether it's with the blood, wherever it is, I don't know. Science, I give you extra questions to ask yourself, because this is the only real 7. This one does not survive at all, because 2 in the center must fall. All they say is I and I. They also say equals. I and I equals and creates the house. This is basically what would happen to your I and I. And not only that, but we have to really make it the right way. Making an I on this angle and making the I on that angle. Now we have the beginning of the chicken's foot, the back part and the front part. See the way they're spread between two sides? But in all actuality, this has to come down to the bottom of the top, like in the cards. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? You don't feel it. You don't feel it. Come on. You got to feel it. I feel everything. Sometimes when somebody leaves me a message, next time I watch part of a video or the next video, I can almost assimilate the person being right with me, in the back of me, talking to me as the video is replaying. That's what happens. I see some of you people, Mark, Mighty Eminem, when you say something to me, sometimes when I'm watching a video and thinking about you, you're there. You're there. You have to be there. If I care at all, if I care to actually format whatever I do to the group that is involved, whether they end up outside the circle holding on to the rings because all they had is nothing good to say, then therefore their input while they talk and they play broken telephone around the ring around the rosy, ring around the rosy, a pocket full of what? Bullshit, I don't get it. What am I doing with my cats and how many do I have? Well, can we first start about the new job I just picked up? You want to know about my cats, right? I'm going to tell you about my cats. I didn't do that purposely, by the way. You want to know? Oh my God, it works out so perfect. You want to know about my cats? I'm getting this job at this Chinese restaurant as yeah, I'm going to be collector and bringing them certain special foods so they can serve. What about my cats? How many do I have? 4, but not for long. I have to bring them to the pet shop. So let me tell you about this job at the Chinese restaurant. It's so fantastic. I mean, they serve up things like, what was the name of that? Call it Snoopy liver. And there wasn't only Snoopy liver, there was also Red Rover liver. But thank God they don't eat lion, because lion says like cat liver. My liver is the 15 ball in pool. That connects the 1 and the 5. The 1 and the 5 is the electronic world. My liver now has to be connected to that 1 and 5, which is part of Mars, because Mars is number 51. Mars is the egg, 4th planet. You tell me what we can do with this, okay? Let me see if we can break open one of these fresh, brand new markers. I love office supplies. Mary Jane, you're doing so good inside my head. Thank you so much, Mary Jane. I love you so much. You know, without Mary Jane, I'd be a little shy to do any of this. But now I get to do it with a little bit of style, because Mary Jane has taught us all. Here's your 5. So when I tell you the letter N and the letter Z, I'm going to show you how 4 works within 5. Okay? Now, I saw 3 on the back. I know. The sandbox. The 2 sides. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or is it 1, 2 and it goes around the tube? The lights. The lights. The lights. The lights. What do you think? She can look like a 0? What do you think if I put her on her proper angle? Put her on her proper angle. You see that design? I can't do anything else but that. I can chop off all the... Oh, you ready for supper? My cat showed up. My cat's here. Are you ready for supper, my dear pussycat? I have to go to work now because I'm getting a phone call from the Chinese restaurant. Oh, look at that. What's in front of me? My cat. Are you hungry, my cat? But so are many other people are hungry, my cat. I have to go service them. Do you want to come along for the ride? Take my cat with me. Why not? I love my cat. I promise I won't put anything around your neck. Your tail will be suffice. The electronics will get me running. So now we have the 5, okay? So from the 4, yes. And by the way, if anybody's confused with 0, 1, Well, one of the reasons we get confused with 0, 1 is because there's many ways to run this. And we're going to show you this on this one. Okay? We're going to show you this, okay, the way this is. So when you see it this way, you see the way it's up here? Look at the roof. Look, the roof is this way, okay? But when I turn it to the 4, look what the 4 looks like. Let's take a good look at the 4. When it's held like this, see it can be put in and out. It's just got enough tip, just the V to hold it in, your legs to hold in everything. So now what we do is we have to, instead of like this, if you notice, the 5 is on a side. You see the 5? It's not like the 4. Is it's coming in on this angle. Anyways, when you say 1 to 4, you're leaving out 5 and 6. Because the minute you get 5, you have now electronically hooked up 6. EF. The creation of the 365.25 days of the year is because the 2.5 is 1/4 of who man is. Who man? Who man? Who man? E and F. The D is a collection. It collected 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6 plus 4 equals 10. You have the J inside the D. And it equals now 14 because the additional, adding up the 14 with JD, do you know why? ABC equals 6. Now there's more than one way to do it, so we have to have a little patience. ABC equals 6. 1, 2, 3 equals 6. Plus 4 equals to 10. Okay? When you have 10 and you're on 4, you have JD. J is within 2 worlds, 5 and 5. D goes next to E. And then how do you do this with the E? The E is done like this. It's a little different. The D is done like this. These, once they connect the outside world, each one will become its own triangle. We have to remember that because you are you, you're not there, you're here, so the number of there is not you. 1 and 9, you cannot be 1 and 9. You must work together, so you must come together. Everything else gets connected apart between the 2 worlds, because if it's an organ, you can connect one organ to this world, one organ to that world, and voila, we've got 2 organs. The human, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? 14 is now 2 sides of this dice, okay? And the only thing you're going to get is the spirit and the light. But before anything happens, you need to hook up electronically. So your 1 must be singled out, and it must become with 2. But you all meet, 1 goes to the 7th gate, and 2 goes to the 7th gate, and they come out as 3. Why? Because 2 is on the outside, 1 is in the center. They're split apart. They're Venus apart. Let me tell you that no matter what you do here, now that you have 1, 4, you now have to have 1 and then 5. Because 1 and 4 is the crossing, it's the ADN of the DNA of Jack-o'-lantern number 25 with the 4. Why Jack? Jack says 25. Also JD. And if you're playing cards, it's a French and an English, a Jack and a Queen. So what we're going to do with this, the first 4 numbers in pi, 1, 4, 1, 5, because you need the egg, okay, to go upon the cross, the 14th position of Rubik's Cube, ADDNA, within your own body. Every picture you've ever seen of anybody designing these things of spirituality, let me tell you one thing, if you don't think they're real, they are more real than any thought you can even have, unless you said 1 plus 1 is 2 and knew what your real question was. You didn't even get that right. Because 1 goes between the circle. In fact, 1 goes between the circle at 360 degrees. 1 automatically becomes 360 plus 1. And it's only in the circle. So it's all itself. 19 times 19 is 361. Add up 1 to 16, it'll equal 136. Jeff, GH, how high can you go? The next number is 92. Is it because this is 9 and this is 2 that the next two are 9 too? Or is it because the 1 and 9 becomes the yellow world in pool and you must keep them together? 9 and 2 is your first 11. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 9. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 11. 9 times 2 and 9 plus 2 is 18 and 11. 18 is the three worlds of 666 and the 11 connect. Now what would be the 11? Would have been, yeah! You're burning me up. Put a hot light on me. Made me forget. This is pi. If you take a jack and a queen and you put it on top of each other, this in French is the valet parking. This is your nav, my friends. He is the jack of the avenue of Jack Queen. Which two cards go together and become Jack Queen? Jack becomes the legs. The queen becomes the head. So now you have to look at the jacks and the cards in French. Find the French package. I keep saying it's in French. Even roulette I say it's in French, but it's not. It's anglais. It's English. But because of the way they mark anglais in Europe, okay, it now always reminds me of something called anglaise, something to do with breakfast. Look what happens. You put the V and the D, valet dame, two French words. Look like the roi. Now you know. It's about 666. When I said 9 times 2 and 9229 is yellow and black. What is that in electricity? We have to know what we breathe. The air we breathe turns what color? Does it turn crystal blue like on the Coors Bullet, Coors Light, Bullet, Colorado Rockies? The 3-star selections every single night. There's 3-star selections every single night. Coors 3-star selections every single Coors 3-star. Well, why did they make it at the end of the game? What is it at the beginning of the game? Oh, they bring out a cherry. Look at that. Dawn, the dawn of day has a cherry in it. The dawn of day has a cherry in it. What does that mean, a cherry? What is the cherry? Chim chim cherry, chim chim cherry. Is the cherry the fireplace? Is the fireplace the nose? Is the cherry the seventh gate? Because they say she, is reflected with cherries all the time. Did he get your cherry? Referring to the seventh gate. Have you broken the foremotion of the foreskin? Of the 4 that we showed you right in here, because your 4 and 6 is the only 10. 5 and 5 is only the passage. Okay? Imagine these were the 2 star systems. Okay? They're actually split apart. One is here. One is here, and the other one's here. And then you got one of these, okay, holding it together. Or this one's holding it on this side. See the way it's on this side? And then you have another one. You have one on this side. Hey, do I have any more monkeys? Let's see if I have some monkeys in here. Hey, monkey! Monkey see, monkey do. But when it's mirrored, the monkeys see different from you. That means they can actually catch the 2 sides. See, I'm not interfering. Each one's on its own. Now this can be for something else. This is tied up. They have to tie up the whole system. So I showed you 4 and 5, right? And where's that? I guess that one is gone. So let me show you again. I'm going to show you that again. This one over here is your 6. You see the way it connects? It makes little bubbles, like the B. Okay? And it also makes number 3, and it shows 2 levels. Okay? This is number 2. Okay? The number 2 is I and I. Upside down, the Billy Bat on the 1 key. This is your 4. It makes a 0 and it makes the diamond. Can we hold it on this angle, and this angle? No, it's this angle here, this angle here, okay? But then if you wanted to put something in between there, you have to shave a little bit off of each angle. So it would be this angle here, and then this angle here. This angle here, and then here. Then you got 1, 2, 3 different angles, making 6 marks. And the same thing gets done, but in the different areas. But instead of the 6 being this way no, that's not the 6. Oh, how come I see this? Oh, here's the 6 this way, and then here's the 6 this way, or this way. If you notice, only if I do it this way, only this one stays locked over here. Am I turning it through the center, or is it pinned right on the bottom over here? Right here, pinned. So you do this and this. This one is always in the same spot, but when you do this and this, you get your wobble out of this spot because it's only in this spot. See the empty space? See the space I use and the space I don't use? This would be your, so you'd be doing it this way and then this way. So you'd have 3 and 3, and then you'd have 3 and 3. But, if this one is part of your passage, your 9 connect. I told you it's in the corner here, your 9 connect. If this has something going right through it, and all you see, okay, is 2, 5, all you see is 5, and then when you make the 2 moons go into here, you have 7. If you only put the 1 moon in the center, you have 6. Man becomes 6 because this is his 7th point. 9 and 1. They have to move away. 1 and 5, and 5 and 9. Einstein, EIEIO, 1776, the size of the moon, the connection to other moons, all 100 and something moons. Oh, hold on, I have a phone call. Are they? Yeah. Bring you want me to gather up the fresh animals for supper tonight, and we're eating duck, right? Oh, that's pretty cool. The duck is good. Pork is good. Cows, shrimps are good. Well, I don't. Hello. Yes, my cats are just fine. Thank you very much. Hello. So what else are we making for supper? It's a surprise. You don't want to tell me. Anyways, I have to get up. I'm on a video, and my cat's in front of me. How's my cat? My cat is fantastic. She eating well? Oh, I'm getting her real fat. I like when she's fat because she gets to have that extra fat on her to keep her warm. You want to see my cat? Oh, no problem. I'll bring you in my cat. She's looking at me a little weird right now. Cleaver. Yes, I know beaver, or leave it to cleaver. Cleavage. No, what's that? You're dicing up. You're practicing with your cleaver to dice up the vegetables so you can put them in the wok. Right? You want me to walk my cat there, is that right? Well, anyways, tomorrow or sometimes this weekend, I have to bring them into the, like I've been telling everybody, into the canine center to have a new home. I have to bring my cat somewhere else. And, yes. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so now we show the 3. Now, there's a new song out, could have been my ruler, okay? Look at the way that the Z comes. Z, N, okay? Or take a look at the way the center joins the 2 sides. It's a face mask. It's something you have to put on when you remember when you went to the moon? That's what we have on us right now. You don't see it. Perfect fit. Skin color, even can wrinkle. Did you notice the wrinkles? I don't get those wrinkles here. I get them here. You see how thick your forehead skin is? How thick it is? Because they had to sew everything together to fold. They had to keep making over and over and over and over and over. In order to get the skin right, they kept putting it over and over and over. Because at the beginning, it's like knitting. 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines. And then you go over and over to make it thicker this way. And then they go thicker this way. So they knitted all this together. You like my wig? So we were talking about pi, 9, 2. Sorry to get away with that. 9 times 2 makes your 18 resh. Your 18 recreates your 11, 9 plus 2. The 9 is I, the 2 is B. You have 2 I's. I just showed you 2 I's. And then the next one is 6 and 5, because once you have the 2 I's, the I and I, you can now connect from this world to that world. It's an I world I is 3 times 3, everybody. It becomes the H. They become the same. They put them into the same game. They purposely did it that way, that E and F connect the 2 and 9, 9 and 2. If anybody's thinking about oh, no, I can't jump to there. I got to finish one thing at a time. So then you would end up with pi. Anyways, huard. This is a duck. The communication, C, angle of transmission. Angel of transmission or angle of transmission. If it transfers this way, it means one thing. If it transfers this way, it means another thing. If you get it by the angle, it's pretty precise. Instead of saying give it to the angel and make a mistake with the number, all you have is 3 angles. The 3 angles create 6 exits. Just like the American defensive sign when he's holding the 3 arrows. On one side, it shows, if you individualize them, they're actually chevrons, army stripes. ARD, Angel Road, 82129. 118 is 19 is S, it's R's. Sardines, something to do with sardines. RD is 18 and 4 is 22. That's your Grover Cleveland. Huard. The ducks. Grover Cleveland. The ducks. Is it the ducks in our nose where they put the cross right here in our nose? So they bridged our nose together. Why did they call it London Bridges? Fall in down. Fall in down. Falling down. All in and down. Down feathers. Back to the huard, because huard in French is basically the feathers of a duck. Huard. DAR 4118. 4, 11, 8. That's this year. Okay? Calling of the ducks. So whatever the ducks mean to you, remember the army when they first came out? It was a duck. Quack, 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 quack. Calling of the ducks. DUCK. 4. DU, CK. CK is 2 and 3. This comes out from 2 and 3. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. 6 and 5 is 11. Spirit, angel, and man. You now connect 1 and 1. But it becomes the letter 1 and 1. 11 is K. Now you have your duck inside a K. 8, 21, 29, 30, 48, 52. Say earth, 52. Say heart, 52. Say and write 6. You have 52 or 652, because in the word 6, if the answer in its letters is 52, all you got to do is write 652 or 256. But you know what's funny about 256? 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 is 256. And to get the same numbers, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 625. Both of them and all three still miss 3 and 4. 3 and 4, earth in a hard place. 3 and 4. Here's 3. Here's 3. They look the same, don't they? All of a sudden everything has changed. But what if 3 was this way? You see the angle up and the angle down? You see the connection over here? You want to exit on the other side? Now we've got exit on the other side. You came in at the top here. Whoop, hold on a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Don't run away. It bothers me. I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job, and everybody's running away. Watch me like a movie. If you think it's more than a movie and you want to learn something, then stick to it. Okay? But if you only watch half of me, you really haven't watched anything at all, because everything changes. There's answers that come out further on in the video of things I previously said. You sort of have to remember. It's like going to the theater. If you forget every scene that already went on, what good is the movie? It'll look like it just began every single second. See this? This all comes together. V up, V down, there's your X. So now all I have to do And all I have to do is this. Now you have your O, or the O would go this way. See the two sides? See the top and the bottom? Now you have the two sides. Now you add this onto the cross by putting a piece this way on both sides. But if you don't want to do it that way, see the way this goes now? Did I do that right? See the way it goes in? Two chevrons. See here to here, here to here. Now what would I do with this? I would have to take a look and now I made a mistake with one of them, so anyways, we're going to just show it to you like this. Two chevrons, okay? Now if I take this like this, split them apart, I want to hold them, I'm going to take two apart, and I'm just going to do that. It should work out right away. See? Back to the X again. That way, or that way. Now the other thing is you take one away. You take one away. Why did you take that one away? I'm going to show you. You see, if you really want to work, I got to fix this. Not right, not right. Hold on. Hold on. It's hard to actually get it this way, but actually this has to go this way. I can't even do it. It has to look like the Mercedes sign. At the same time you do that, okay, the same time you do that, we'll get this together. Now this one is fun. How about that? Mars in the Sandbox. All you'll actually be getting this is what you get, my friends. See the two SS's that are in it when you split them apart? See the 88s that are together? Have you ever seen Majon? 8888. Oh, I keep missing lines, eh? So now the question goes like this. Is it 8 and 8? Is it B and B? Is there a separation in between these two over here? That it looks like there's an 8 and then there's a middle 8 and here. This would be not 88, just 88. This would be 88. Would be one here, one. I got to get one in the center. How would this look? 8 and then 8. And then you get a dice on this side over here. Oh, you get the dice over here. And now you got 8 this way and 8 up on this angle. You put the second dice, you got 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. All the worlds will light up 8 because we're always going around. So we were talking about, 33 minutes already. The UARD, okay, it's a kind of duck. It's like the mallet duck, the way I look at it. The one duck with the green neck and the yellow. You ever see that? You got to look at the ducks, colored ducks. 1923. 23 and 29 is 52. Right, 52 that we got. We got the 256, and in between all the numbers, we're missing 3 and 4. You know what's funny? Look up on the internet, Mayan calendar count, 25,625. And not only that, why is it that? They also mention it's 25,920. 920 is because of this right over here. The next two numbers are 9 and 2. 1, 2, and 9. 29 is IT, for the it, for the machine, for the computer. This here, 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. 3, 2, 6, 8, 9, 5. 7 and 5, 7 goes to 5, 9 goes to 5. So now this is part of that PCGN thing that I'm starting to learn what it means. And I was showing you this, and I can't take it away, but I do want to show you one other thing. Hold on, don't move. Okay, this is not it. Can you give me a second there, buddy? Okay, here it is. This to make 7 is the last 7 is 7 and 0. Okay, but that's not true. Okay, that's not true. It's not true. It's not true because 9 and 7 equals 16. 9 plus 7 equals 16. You have 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. 9 plus 7 is 16. Here's your other 7. Now there's also a multiplication, okay, which is 1 and 3, which is 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 4 equals 3. The other way to get to 7 is Earth and Mars through the mind of man. AC connection. Everything is paired up. If it's one number, the one number goes with something else. If it's one number, it tells you something. If it's 2 lines, it tells you something. Find a game the single number fits, and if it makes sense, then use it. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, the number 13, from 6 and 7 equals to 13, right? 13, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4 is 7 again. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 6 and 7. 6 and 7 equals 13, and also equals the number 42 if it's multiplied, and 4 plus 2 is 6. Now I can show you again the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, why number 42. Ask me all the questions, I'll be able to seek. If you have the questions, then I definitely can go and do something. Everybody can do something. Tell me something. Tell me anything, they're always saying, because it always means something. So 70 is what I showed you before. This 70 is Reich. The reason it's Reich, I'm just trying to look. The reason it's Reich is because the Queen and the Jack come together, as I showed you before. Queen and Jack, 17 and 10 is 27. The red dog. Queen and Jack. No, it's not the Queen, it's the Dame. 4 and 10, it becomes 14. It becomes the R, it becomes 18. This is 32, 9 and 8, and 5 and 4. $18 comes out of number 29. 2 times 9, 2 plus 9 equals to your 11. Jack is your 11th card in many games like poker. But in the alphabet, it's not a jack, it's just a J, it's a letter. It's a letter that comports 3 different areas by 2 different angles. One angle over here and one angle over here. This angle and this angle are the same thing, they're flat across. It's just a different dimension. D, this is what you get over here, Queen Jack. It builds this, the R. And when you turn R sideways, it looks like 70. 70 plus 18 is your 88, connecting your 44 and 44 world. Here's your 70. Here's one world at 10. Here's another world at 10. Your world goes in at 10. 1, 2, 20. 1, 2, 40. 1, 2, 3, 70. You have 70 right over here. Okay? And then if you're playing bowling, you'll have 60. But I need to count you twice. And anyways, let's leave that out. So we get 14, man is on the cross, AD. AD says 1 and 4, it creates the 9. The 9 is the birth. Why does the birth, where is the birth 9? The birth 9 plays inside the hole. Okay? Maybe the drenches, I'm not sure, I have to see. Maybe it's on the pitcher's mound, because there's a piece in and there's a piece out. So if he plays on the pitcher's mounds, where's the pitcher's mound in our body? Anyway, something I wanted to show you, this becomes 32, the back door. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2, okay, 14 and 18. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 equals to your 11. You remember 29 before? 2 times 9 is 18. 2 plus 9 is 11. Comes out to your 32. Your backdoor connection of 6, 6, 6. 5 and 6. 5 and 6 connect to 6 and 5 because the sound of F is the electronic world with the F letter. This is what happens when you connect 9 and 1. This is the way you go down the stairs at the Montreal Forum. Here's the 1 area, here's the 9 area. In order to get here from corner to corner, I must make the center here bigger by 2 spaces. I made the center bigger by 2 spaces, and I made this bigger only by no spaces. I left it the same space. And I did it with this corner to this corner, straight up and down. 60-40 is equal to this. Actually, if you really want to look, I'd have to study it. I might have to put up the pickets. Why? The picket is a point. The picket is the point. Okay. Oops, I shortened that. Let me get that. I was doing the GM style. You end up with a pyramid. You see the little pyramid? This is cut off here. This is cut off here. It looks like this. This is on the jack cards. So your 60-40 to connect into 2 sides is either like this, and then the top of the piece of wood that it goes in here goes over the top. They interlock. Interlocking pieces. These are the nails. This is a nail. This is a kind of spike. Okay? They're all something that tell you a story. 9 and 1 connects to make 10. 7 and 3 connects. 2 and 8. 6 and 4. Now I still have to modify this, but now that you know what 90 and 10 or 9 and 1, what each number pairing up in the 10 world, what they do. Now if you wanted to get 4 and 9, if you wanted to get 4 and 9, okay, it would look like this. This is your 4 and 9. Now if I turn it this way, this becomes your 1 and 6. Your 1 and 6 and your 4 and 9 go together. So now when you're looking back up over here to 1 and 6, you now know your 4 and what cometh of the 9 go together in a connection of 36. 4 by 9 is 36 and 13 is 49. 49 stands for green eternal eighth, the eternal mind. Something I'm going to want to shove in here. If you're playing pool, you have the 13 ball. 1 and 3 is 4. It creates the D and E. Creates the D and E, 45. 45 boxes. When you put DE and mark number 5 over here, it looks like day. And in French, or in a sound, it sounds like the day. Okay? Day says them. D-E-E-S, 24. Says the X, the two worlds, the 2 suns. The 13 ball is the ball that goes with the 5 orange. This becomes 4, this becomes 4. You now have Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 9 times 6. 54, 5 and 4. It represents the electronics. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, 1 times 8, 1 plus 8. Now the question comes to be, how come? What are the letters? I should even go down to number 11, because in English, 13 starts at 13. The T-E-E-N equals to number 44. The 1 equals to 34, and the 3 equals to 56. 4, 10, 14, 1, 6, 9, 13. AC/DC. Teen. 1, 3, teen. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. 34 is 1. 34 equals 1, and this equation equals in its numbers. John F. Kennedy, President Barack Obama. These are the strongest numbers you can ever get anywhere. They make a totality of 7 and 19 and also count for A, B, C, D in a row. because 3 by 4 is 12, 1 and 2, A, B, C, D. They also equal 10 added up together, A, B, C, D. There's 7 and 10, and then it's JG, and then it comes to the connection of Lovejoy. The AC/DC molecule of time. The time keeps on ticking, 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 which must be talking about the magnets. Magnets, the jets, something to do with the magnet, how fast the magnet is to react. 1 times 3, 3 times 1 is 7. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 7, and 12 is 19. 19 and 7 is 26. We're in the dog pound. 26. We get 26 and 17, they both equal 8. And somewhere in one of my equations I can show you how we do that inside the numbers. Don't forget the red dog is 53 and the black cat is 53. 3 and 5 is General Electric of Electric Company. So we get all these numbers. The spirit of 76 starts when man gets the light. Therefore the blood is flowing, the mind is working, the mind works to service the body. The water is the 67. Many reasons to 67, I know few. 17 is the queen. 171 is when you include this, counts when you include this. And because it's the 9, this counts because it has both elements of this. 18 is 9 and in the 10 world. Once you have a mark here, it's in the 10 world. These work together. 9 and 9 is 18, 28, 36. Take away the 1, 9. 27. Take away the 10 is 26. Take away the 8 is 28. Each one reflect one part of either the moon. One part of H and I representing the queen is 17. 4 by 2, 3 by 3. 4 by 2, 3 by 3, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 4 by 2 is 6, 3 by 3 is 9. 9 times 6 is 54. Should we do that again? 4 times 2 equals 8. 3 times 3 equals 9. This equals to 17. This is the moon card. Within the cards, the 2 digitals, the digital time is what I talk about as the moon, and I'm quite sure the digital time that I say is moons in the cards shows up as part of the 2 moons of Mars plus Mars itself. Here's your 4 times 2, here's your 4 plus 2. In order to get the 5 times 2 at the bottom, when you get 5 times 2, it's equals to 10. 5 plus 2 equals to 7. This becomes your JG connect. It connects to your 8, 4, and 5. It took 9 times, 18. 9 times 2 is 18. 5 and 4, it is the sun, and the connection of 92, which is 8 yellow. Black, yellow, connect. This is your light. This one is a 0 factor, meaning it is the gateway. It is the whole that is created by the 6 areas of 3-point stars that are in the Magen David. The center area is created and it is split in 2. They split it in 2 in the same way they split it on the cards. Okay, so this will exist with this, and now in the French they couple these together by saying this, set, huit, neuf. They say it together, the same sounds. They bring these numbers special together that the minute you hear them, you're only going to hear them 3 times, and you're going to remember. In the Hebrew, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 9, 3, 1, 40 at a time, 100 at a time. Every single reason is because of the creation of what's going on in our own bodies. Some numbers will be for, some numbers will be against. We know it's all in the liver, especially the salts. Salt water, the fish swim, they're electrical. The same that comes out of the ocean. If you go into the ocean and say, what part of me is this fish? Someone's going to tell you. We are most of the fish. Sometimes it's the same fish turning into a different fish. Well, it swims up. First it's water, then it's blood. Then I go to the bathroom. What was blood is shit to me now. Turn my life around. What is blood is shit to me? Because shit is brown, right? S-H-I-T. 19 and 8 is 27. That says red right in its own. I is 36. That says I'm created from the red. 36, creation of the 3 worlds is 666. And T is 20. SH, 36, 46, 56. 56, shit, electronic. The wolf, 6x3 creation. The information comes out of your bowels, my friend. The vowels, your friend. The vowels, but bowels, my friend. Tishrei. Tishrei my toches. You know what that sounds to me? Kiss my ass. Tishrei is a month in Hebrew. I'm born in that month. Tishrei, when you say it backwards, really says shit. Shit king, in fact. King is also queen, is the ren, and it's talking about your liver and your organs again. So we saw this, we did this. Have you ever seen how fat she was? Do you know how fat she is? Well, you tell me how fat she is. Fat-er. Father. 6-1, the spirit light, because as fat as the tunnel can be of light, how fat she is. You got a fat head. It's an expression. TH is time heaven, electronic resident angel, the phone system. That's up here. Cinnamon, honey, and spice. I want to look. So I showed you that, and I showed you the. I showed you that. I showed you the bat and the ball. I showed you. Did I show you number 59? I showed you 59 in the last video. I showed you how the letters Z and E, which is number 31. Z and E. 0. Z and E. 11 in French. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They all use Z and E. Number 31. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 7 of them, and there are 7 months of 31 days. I also showed you the Jesus thing. How the 9 gets put into the center and works in the heart of the cross. And it's not under his arm. See the 9? So if this 9 has anything to do with Venus, Venus is here, the wing. We're part of the wing. But the wing is what keeps your heart ticking. That's why, see this corner that's removed? If you see there's a corner on these new tags, the new, what do you call it? Those new, the new tags, the barcodes. Well, the 9 is missing. It goes over towards the 5. That means Venus. Instead of being under your arm, the arm she is the wing is in your heart. Your heart is beating as the wing beats. It beats your heart. Green Acres, hockey, letters, numbers, French days, Gilligan's Island, Brady Bunch, the rainbow. The 2 sides of the outside, not the inside. The inside you go across or you rainbow. 1331. 1551. Jesus Christ, Spirit Angel, Jesus Christ, 7 and 4 makes 11, Jesus Christ. 1551, 33 by 47. Should we stop right now? I'm not really sure how great this was. I showed you a few things. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, pi. Remember this? I'm going to end it on this, 5333. The pelle says shovel in French. The pick says an ice pick. Okay? But sometimes they tell you a pick is also a spade, and it's used in the cards as the kind of card it is, the black spade. The carrot is the orange nose, the carrot top. What's at the end of your nose? The carrot starts large and then small at a peak. So we have to understand that. Could it actually be an icicle? The icicle that extends the nose when you drip from your nose, when you're sick, something in sick? Sick, S-I-X, sick. The heart, the clock. The diamonds. What are the diamonds? Are the diamonds of coal? Remember the pick. Okay? The pick, on one end it has a flat part, and the other end it has a pick. One to cut it this way, and one to put a dot. The pick, okay, can connect everything. The pick can put right here between 2 eyes, and it'll show one eye with a dot like this, and one eye with a dot like this. The pick. Now, I'm going to do this in my next video. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I know it was long and I didn't say much, but you know what? At least I said something. Yeah, just at the end, if anybody wants me to figure something out, Mess, Eminem, Jew, Jan, whatever it is, if there's a word or something you want me to play with, I'll play with any word you want me to play with. Give it that I do have time, and I still do have time. To show you what happens, here's your 10. 3 worlds and 2 moons. 1 moon for the Earth heart.